morning from a very busy Lalande, though I think it's that every day at the moment. The place is a hive of activity. Things are happening in all the wings of the chateau. But today, to add even more to that, Chateau DIY are coming to film us for British TV, and we'll be working in the new Grand Salon, trying to uncover more of the ceiling and hoping beyond hope that we find more paintwork existing underneath that plaster. The great thing is that for the first time, these big projects at Lalande, can be filmed for TV. In the past, we couldn't show anything that was being filmed, so I was using much smaller projects for TV. But now, all of the filming will be happening alongside what we're doing here, so I can show you everything as it happens.
Morning all, look at this team. It's the dream team, ready for another day. What's happening today?
And we have to brick up the 15th century doorway we found. So not brick up, sorry. Board up. We're not doing that again. No, I have to board up the 15th century doorway because of all the dust.
Going into the cupboard, yes. And then we're all attacking the ceiling.
We are now heading up to start filming in the new Grand Salon because we're going to try to uncover more of the ceiling. I am so excited at the thought of finding more of the patterns up there, because in order to put the Grand Salon ceiling back, in order to restore it completely, we have to find at least one example of each of the painted elements. So these 17th century ceilings were painted quite formulaically, in the sense that each of the large beams would have been very similar to each other. All of the smaller beams would have had similar decorations, and each of the faces of those beams would have been done differently. So we need to find one good example of each of those elements, and then we'll be able to restore the ceiling. You can see here what I mean by each of those elements. So in between each of the joists, there's that little stylized red flower. And below, along the main beam, there's a scroll work pattern that's actually really hard to see. I'd like to uncover more of that. If you're wondering about the rustling, it's not a huge infestation of giant rats. It's Amory boarding up the other side of this new door that we found so that Natty doesn't kill us all when there's dust on the guest sheets. So we'll now have a nice, clean cupboard for all of the things for the B&B, and we can get on with working and making more mess in here.
Absolutely, well done.
So far so good. I definitely haven't damaged anything yet. That's the main thing I'm worried about.
Hey!
I think it's been whitewashed. Damn it. It's so tantalizing because I can see the pattern inside it seems to be blue and not quite symmetrical. I can't quite work it out. But it's clearly been whitewashed. The only good news is that the whitewash seems to be a water-based substance because it's coming off fairly easy. It's flaking off from the oil-based paint below. And hopefully that means the restorers will be able to get a better look at it. But there's not much I can make out from this, sadly. I'm just so desperate to be able to restore this ceiling accurately. And we need to find out what the central medallion was for that. Hopefully Philip has better luck uncovering another one of the tulip vases. Philip's attacking it from the other side now. Just can't wait to see what colour the tulips are.
That's really good, this one, sir. Have you seen it?
Yes, darling, I've done nothing but stare at it in excitement.
Which one do you prefer, that one or that one?
Oh, I think I like the simplicity of this one, actually, with the 3 tulips, but I love, so now we know that wasn't an accidental smudge, that's a yellow flower in the middle.
It could be a sunflower or...
Yeah, we'll have to find out what flowers they had. Could be a sunflower, actually. And then there, We think an old white rose. That is amazing. And you can really clearly see the beautiful faces that we found on the first vase as well, holding the swag of the vase in their teeth. This is mind-blowing to think it's been covered for centuries.
If it's not yellow up there, it's gold.
I think there might have been gold.
Maybe they went for a gold colour, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rather than being actual gold.
Stefan would be able to tell us. Only the finest ceilings had
It's
gold.
quite precise and really delicate. And they've got little raspberries or blackberries or grapes, small grapes. It's really cool.
Tiny little dots.
Cool, right?
Yeah, I think they're stylized grapes. Amory's taking over in an area that is actually quite dangerous. It's got a very, very heavy cornice above it that's created with tiles underneath it. So he doesn't want any of us anywhere near him when he's taking this bit down. But we're hoping that this beam isn't whitewashed. Fingers crossed. Really no going backwards. Just
Yes, I think you must.
He's done it! Amory has struck gold, and we have the cartouche not whitewashed, exactly as it should be.
It's so beautiful.
Oh, it's stunning, and that blue! And more excitingly, maybe even than that, are the sides.
Yeah.
Do you think it's gold?
If it's not gold, it's definitely gold painted.
I think it might be gold, honestly. I can't contain myself. Okay, we'll know more when the restorers come. I'd forgotten, Marie, it's roast night.
Yes, it is. And I got mint sauce because you all like it from the shop.
Delicious, yes, mint
Yes,
sauce.
And we're doing Brussels sprouts and goose as well.
We're having goose.
I think so. If that's what gazette is, I think it is.
Canette.
Canette.
This is a duck.
We're having duck.
Duck.
Yes.
Delicious.
Duck and lamb shoulder because I don't have that much lamb shoulder. So we're having a bit of everything with loads of bacon.
Oh, this is going to be amazing.
Cauliflower cheese and a sweet mash of all things. And your classic favourite potatoes.
Well, you know, now that I'm one of the physical labour force here,
Yes.
I need a good, strong, hearty meal at the end of the
I
day.
thought so. So I'm taking charge and making dinner the proper way with one oven. I'm just going to see what Chris is up to. Hello. What are you up to? Oh,
plastering.
this is the clay.
This is the stuff. This is the stuff that pays the bills.
Oh, really? Okay. Right,
Yeah.
it looks very fun to work with, doesn't it?
You get dirty, you wear your shoulders out, it dries your skin out. It's great.
It's great.
Here's where we're up to. So,
Yes.
these sides have been put in.
Oh, wow. Oh, you're plastering that side.
I'm tidying it all up now, yeah, and those bits there, I use the same plaster to fill in all the little imperfections and bits and pieces where I'm putting in the corners. So
Wow.
once I've done that, that'll be fine. I've still got a centre
Yeah.
circle to go around it, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, because it's plaster of Paris and
Yeah.
it takes ages to dry
Yeah.
properly,
Yeah.
I need it to dry before I put. I rushed it yesterday and tried putting it up too soon, and I broke it, and I've had to make another one. So I'm a bit annoyed about that. But the rest of it, I'm just going to plaster it all now, and I'm going to fill in all the little gaps around the cornices. It's the kind of finishing part of it now, getting it all tidied up and
Yeah.
in place. Prior to that, you're like, oh, that's weird. I'm not sure
yeah.
that's right.
The plaster is not white. It's
it will be
a different
white when it
colour.
dries.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, it
okay.
starts off, it goes through stages, so it starts off quite white, and then I put it on there and it starts to go darker, and then as I go over it and smooth it over and trowel it a few times, it goes back white again.
Oh, really?
Eventually, it's all nice and smooth and the same colour. But it might not be exactly the same colour. It'll need liquor paint, which I'll do if you want. Rome wasn't built in a day.
No.
Seeing as this is an Italian cornice, I think we should take it from their example and ralenti un petit peu.
Okay. Well, you can sit in the sun and do some sunbathing while you wait.
Yeah, you look at my face. Have you seen the tan I've got already?
I do actually, yeah.
Is that why?
No.
That's because I've been having delicious sandwiches at lunchtime.
is it?
Just stay here with your sandwiches. I'm starting to top up. My tan's getting there already.
We'll keep them coming then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anne-Marie and Monsieur Lopez are chatting. They have just received the plans for the beams. So this is it. We have the technical plans. We've been waiting for this for a long time.
So we've got the floor joist that we're going to have flush with the eye. It's up to us what we want to do with the finished floor
how deep
level.
that floor is.
So with this, then we need to find out exactly how you want to finish it with the insulation, with the mapping, and the parquet that you want to put on. We're going to find out now quickly what height both entrances are in correlations to one another. So then that means we know what we've got to build up. We might have to build up a little bit.
Okay, well, it's good to know. It doesn't have to be as much as when it was going to be bedrooms for the sound, but still, we don't want to hear every footstep upstairs. Yeah.
When they take these beams out, they can't just use exactly what's there.
Yeah.
They're going to have to bring it down deeper, put engineering bricks, maybe with hollow core, where they can pour extra cement in.
Yeah.
But they're going to have to go wider so that the weight can then be distributed evenly across. They can't just take this out, put the steel in, and be done with it. They need to spread the weight evenly.
All right.
So there's going to be okay, there's going to be perfect, there's going to be a little bit iffy. But what they're going to do is they'll give it a brick finish, like on the chimney.
And of course, that will all be hidden anyway behind the panelling.
Monsieur Lopez a dit que si quelqu'un veut enlever tout, ça serait joli.
On voit pas le béton devant, parce que c'est...
Oui, c'est mieux de voir les briques.
On cache, le béton sera caché, la pierre devant, ça sera propre.
Marie?
Yes.
We have found the most beautiful ceiling.
Oh, really?
Amy, it's not your aesthetic, okay? It's not pale. It's brown and blue, and it turns out we think gold. We think it's gold.
Really?
Yeah.
A lot of gold.
Like a lot.
Like a lot. The
We
entire
think-
sides look like they're
How did
gold.
someone cover that up?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Well, in one area they painted over it, so that's worth.
Whitewashed.
Yeah, that looks amazing.
Okay, that's just the lamp we have here.
Just the lamb.
Just a lamb roast for
duck as well,
tonight.
look.
Oh yeah, that's just the duck. I am so hurt. Honestly, today I feel like crying, but with just laughter and happiness. I'm so beside myself.
Would you like some tea?
There was a grand chateau hiding inside our chateau all this
I
time.
know, but I actually knew. I knew.
Could you have told us a little earlier, please, Mary?
But I mean, that's why I'm not surprised.
It's nearly time for dinner, and I've just come by myself to the Grand Salon, which I'm finding very emotional experience. I'm already naturally calling it the Grand Salon, even though it's not been the one I've known for 20 years, because it just so obviously is the original Grand Salon of the chateau. And I feel as though I'm time traveling. I've been very emotional about it all day. It's so exciting, it's so wonderful. But what affects me the most, these traces of history that we see here, and this sense that Lalande wanted us to find this, wanted us to bring it back to what it used to be.
I would say things are going well. I just took the duck out of the oven to remove the fat, but I'm going to then bath the duck with a bit more fat on the skin just to make sure it gets nice and moist. Cut the cauliflowers. They just need to make the cream milk mixture. And here's the swede all boiled. It needs to be mashed up with some butter. There's carrots in the oven. There's also the lamb in the other oven and the other apartment. Here we have duck fat and boiled potatoes. So it's all happening here.
It has been the most exhausting day, but the most exhilarating day. I can't believe that we've found all of the pieces that we need to restore the entire ceiling. But yes, everyone is very tired, but we have Marie's roast to look forward to. It smells delicious in here. Look at all of this.
I went a bit overboard.
I don't understand what's overboard about
That's
this.
only because I'm not planning on cooking tomorrow. So.
What, you will not need to. Yeah, it looks so good. Doesn't it, my darling? Look, he's so good. He never even begs for food.
He's usually not even...
I know, but he never begs. He just sits there. Oh my goodness, I love this. And this is the sight that I'm greeted by every evening.